time, head to news4jax.com.
Four Ocean Way Middle School students are facing criminal charges over a beating that left a fellow student with a skull fracture and a concussion. Both girls are charged as accessories. One is accused of videotaping the beating while laughing about it, and the other is accused of luring the victim into the attack. 14-year-old Aria Jewett was beaten up in March a couple of blocks from her school. Last week, her former friend, who was charged with aggravated battery, was banned by a judge from ever attending any Duval County school. Channel 4's Haley Winslow is in court today for the latest hearings in this bullying case. Haley?
Tom, Jewett is going through extensive therapy, counseling, and doctor's appointments after a brutal beating that's made her miss quite a bit of school. But today, she was back in court, forced to face the former friends police say caused her so much pain. 14-year-old Paris Cannon sits outside the courtroom, charged with aggravated battery. Inside, a judge schedules next month's hearing to announce the formal charges. Standing next to Cannon's attorney are two more Ocean Way students, now also facing charges in the fight. We're concealing their identities since they're facing lesser charges, but investigators say they were accessories when Cannon slammed 14-year-old Aria Jewett's head against a stone wall near campus because Jewett says she thought her former friend called her a name on Facebook.
She wished none of this had ever happened. But, you know, there are obviously two sides to every story.
Police say one of the girls videotaped the beating after the other lured Jewett to the meeting with Cannon. Jewett's attorney, Phillips, says it was a setup.
It's a mentality, and for anybody in that group, they've got to be held accountable as a group. You can't individualize and say, well, you know, she wasn't as liable. Well, that's not what the state says. The state says they're principals.
Judge Henry Davis banned Cannon from all Duval County schools. Phillips calls her a serial bully, but Cannon's attorney insists that's not the case.
I think my client is a kid. I think my client is a kid. She got involved, obviously, in this conflict, and, you know, that's something that does happen with kids from time to time. I don't think she's any more dangerous than any other 14-year-old girl.
Right now, the two charged as accessories are temporarily banned from Ocean Way Middle School, and Phillips is hoping it stays that way for the safety of Jewett.
I want her to be able to go to school in peace, without fear, and finish her school year. After that, we can address what needs to be done.
In the meantime, Jewett's mom urges other parents to make an extra effort to find out what's going on in their children's lives.
A lot of them are scared to talk to their parents. Like Aria, she didn't tell me anything. I didn't know anything, you know, so I want parents to be on their children, talk to them, you know, especially teachers at school. I mean, all of that.
Cannon's arraignment is scheduled for next month. The other Ocean Way girls are due back in court next week. Tom?
We're following